Hi friends, welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Hello, I'm Lizstar. I was here last time, and there's also Colin. Hi Colin.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Do our commentators also want to introduce themselves?
I am Joe D'Amelio. I don't know if RPG's there.
I just got back to some corn dogs.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we got our friends Joe D'Amelio and RPG. They're gonna help us with some comms today. They roll deep, and yeah.
I'm ready for you.
You want me to give a countdown? That way.
Yes.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Smurf.
So, yeah, unfortunately, this first level here, it's a side scroll, it's an auto scroller, and it we haven't found a skip for this or anything like major in this level, so it's pretty much not a whole lot going on here. There is like some random time save or loss that comes in this level that we're not entirely aware of yet, but it's completely like random. It seems like even though you lag the game more, you just don't like lose time. Sometimes you save time. So it's really
I've done tests to see if getting like more skeletons off the screen, because you can get them to despawn if you get them to do a lunge attack, but that hasn't done anything. So
I would like to mention this level is probably the scariest of all, because there is a small possibility, I've had it happen quite a few times, where you'll just, for some reason, the game won't let you finish the level and you'll keep walking and it just doesn't progress, and it's pretty sketchy, but I have no idea why it happens at all.
Soft lock potential at the very end, like you'll reach the end but it won't fade out the level, and then eventually you'll get a game over. So like it's rare, but it sucks when it happens.
wait, does it really like eventually game over? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it'll eventually game over, and you'll just be like soft lock for a while, and then it'll just because I think it's good. Like when you hit the far left of the screen in this auto scroller, you get a game over. So I think it has something to do with like that catching up to you or something. I'm not entirely sure yet. Yeah, that Three Dirty Dwarves game looks pretty sweet. I have to probably see if I can get a copy.
It's like $150. They're so expensive.
Oh, God.
They're so expensive. It's made by the same person who made Extra Dog. So if you like Three Dirty Dwarves, you will probably like this game too.
Yeah, I'd say this is like almost a must-have if you have a Sega Saturn.
Definitely, a cult classic. Oh, I forgot to do the timer.
Yeah, I know Colin's timer is running.
I forgot to do the timer. What does Colin's timer say? I'll fix it.
It's a 3:30. No, 4:15 right now.
I'll have like 4 minutes once we get to a spot where I can kind of more safely do that.
I can let you know when it's exactly 4 minutes.
Because it is extremely possible to mess up this auto-scroller, and when it happens, it is the most unfortunate thing in the world. But we are coming to the end of it. Please do not... Oh no.
You don't tell me it happened.
It happens!
That's crazy. We were just mentioning how this is a possibility.
You don't mind if I use the level select to go to the next level?
Alright. That level will have my heart pounding.
I think that's fair because, I mean, you're still not saving time in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not saving any kind of time.
So, the level that Colin's on, the Mausoleum, he found a skip for it. He calls it the Mausoleum skip.
Oh,
so,
I haven't actually seen that skip.
So when, at the very end, he's going to move at a certain time and spawn the skeletons a certain way, and if he does it properly, he's only have to kill one skeleton.
So, like, if you time it right and you start attacking the skeleton pretty much as early as possible, then for some reason the other guys just despawn. They let you press, otherwise you have to go all the kind of sketchy. But it's pretty precise, so.
And on top of that, what Colin's doing is he's spamming the button to disassemble the skeleton, and it gives him an iframe so he doesn't take damage at all here.
So you can just kind of chill. Oh, I got the skip. Nice.
So he got the skip. Sick. Rolling deep.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Now he's coming up on the valley, and
I'm gonna focus a little bit.
About 3 or 4 days ago, we found a wrong warp in this level, immediately under the first spot where you can crouch in the game. It's right after the first key switch. So if he stands in a specific way, disassembles, and then presses the jump button at a certain timed spot here, he's gonna kind of sway back and forth, and it'll trigger him beating the level like pretty much right at the beginning. It saves about 1 minute and 40 seconds here. See if he gets it. Yeah, oh, he got it first try. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
So I like to see.
That, you all have been doing some work, because I had no idea about that. I've just been practicing with all the old strats.
Yeah, I mean, when I first had my, I didn't know anything about the wrong warps. Colin, I came into the game and he unintentionally found a wrong warp in Rolling Logs, which is a side-scrolling level.
Really?
And, yeah, so yeah, within the first 30-40 seconds of that level, you can clip at the end of the level and beat it. And he found it towards the end of the level at the first time, and he just kind of stumbled upon it and was like, "What? I beat the level!" And we did a lot of testing shortly after that, and we found that you can do it a lot sooner than where he initially got caught up there. And there he actually had a really good guitar level. He's got a really solid case.
Well, I hope you are ready for me to lose at this rate. This isn't a race. This is not a race.
I mean, it is a good demonstration of kind of like a run with wrong warps and run without wrong warps. So it's interesting in that sense. It kind of shows people how broken this game is and how
how it is when it's not broken apart.
So he's at the first bat level, and you need a specific parts of your, you need specific bones to what you're going to get to the end of the level to beat the level. And then the next 2 bone levels, we also found wrong warps with both of these levels. It gets a lot more broken here. This one in Dawn of the Bats, I haven't found a way to get this wrong warp without both of the arms. But what you can do is you can kind of you can slide right into where that first boulder is, which you're about to see. It's where Colin's coming up on. You can push that boulder in right where the blue skull is, and if you go far enough into that spot right there, he's gonna trigger the wrong warp. And if you don't get it, you can kind of move right a little bit and then move back left to kind of push yourself into the wall and get that wrong warp, which you just saw him. No, he's on a really good run. Hopefully, what is it? The level where you have to rock the bones. You have to get all the knock the bones in. The Day of the Bats, which is the one he's on right now. the wrong warp is kind of weird. You just like jump into or fall into it. From what we're aware of, like when you're about to go into the crouching state and you press the jump button on that same frame, it'll trigger this wrong warp. It's he's a lot more consistent with this one. I'm not very consistent with this. He's kind of having a little bit of trouble.
Sorry, I had my headphones on. I don't know if anyone said anything.
Not too much. I was explaining the wrong warp here in the Day of the Bats that Colin's coming up on.
I'm not super far behind. I'm pretty far behind.
Oh, there go all my.
Well, the rolling log's wrong. I think that saves about 3.
Yeah, it's gonna save a lot.
3 minutes, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So that was a major thing, and that's the one that we found about a day or two after Liz's marathon run. We picked it back up again and started experimenting. We just decided to do like a race, and then in that initial race, he stumbled upon this wrong warp, which kind of blew the door open for this game. But he wants to take damage on a specific frame, like he uses the background. There's a black spot on the ground, so he wants to get hit there, and then he wants to jump when the arm is off screen for the first time on the left. He absolutely nailed it there, which is this run is pretty hot. And he's firing up that drum solo right now.
I mean, you can find these warps all you want, but you better not find skips for these instrumental parts. Especially the drum solo.
It's the best part of the game, hands down. I like the guitar solo is probably my favorite, and this is my second favorite.
Yeah, but Colin shortened that a bit now from, true jam sesh, but...
My favorite is Big Bones, but also it's my least favorite. I hate that level. It's really great.
It's really, like, between that and Funny Bones, like, those are, like, the biggest variables in the run, like, at this point. Like, you're either gonna, have a really good segment there, or it can just not go good and lose a bunch of time on either level.
What?
What are you doing, Colin?
I was just
throwing ham on those bongos.
We were messing around with this today, and I guess so. As long as you're pressing a direction, it thinks that you're playing the drums. Like, it's not even the same direction as the drum. Like, once you get that initial one, you can kind of just spin around like he's doing, and he's just
really this game.
So even though he's like spinning, like pivoting like crazy on
that's great.
For the most part, it still thinks he's playing the drums. He is missing a few, but he's like not, losing some damage, or taking some damage. But
as long as he's jamming out on the drums, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we found kind of like a weird thing where if you pause the game on like the first frame of this level, it'll kind of like go black and blue. Like you'll see just a black background and Mr. Bones blue, and it'll kind of like sit for a second, but it wasn't, anything that was major. It just like goes back to normal after a few seconds. So it's not anything that saves time. It's not anything you want to do, but it's kind of like an interesting thing.
Excuse me, sir. Please give me my ribcage. Thank you. Okay. Well.
Time for rolling logs?
Yep, time for rolling logs. I'm gonna be here for a while, so I have no idea where on earth this skip could possibly be. I watched it happen and I still don't know.
Colin took a screenshot of one of his visual cues. I'll probably post that in the forum. I posted all the skips in the forum, like the clips that we have.
What's that? Where have I been? I've just been like practicing this game, but just like quietly been like, hey, let's do some stuff. I got a PB. I was like, yeah, that's super exciting. And meanwhile, everyone is like ripping this game apart, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I'm still not completely sold. We haven't found everything, so like I haven't really dedicated too much time to runs. But I did get the sub 40 a couple days ago. Yeah, the rolling log music is one of my favorite tracks. So.
Super great gameplay or strats, but you are hearing great music. Shoutouts to Ronnie Montes. I can try it. I cannot try it. I will not. You did not distract yourself from fun.
I can't believe that just happened.
Did you get like a perfect big bonus? What happened?
I got a perfect, like, it bounced completely off screen and it hit the last bone.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
It was almost a dead run, but
I almost killed this run in Day of the Bats, but I'm on PB base now.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely on base.
My heart is pounding, though. Holy mackerel, I can't believe that just happened. I've never seen something like that happen in a run. That was really good. Oh, this is sketchy.
You just gotta be one with Mr. Bones.
Yeah, another thing is me and Colin both have the JP Saturday, next Saturday. So when you do a disc swap, I guess it's slightly faster, mainly because you don't have to see the actual.
It doesn't boot the whole thing back up, which is like definitely a little bit faster. It's not too much.
I also swapped out my battery because this game, like the battery fries on your save pretty easily, so I got a brand new battery. You don't have to set the clock every time. Switch if your battery's fried, it'll actually set up the clock.
I had a bad battery. I couldn't even like. It's really lucky that it somehow still remembers the disc swap because mine wouldn't save at all. Like it would just immediately like forget everything after I turned my Saturn off. So.
Yeah, Colin, he's on disc 2, and we haven't found any like significant wrong warps or anything like really crazy on disc 2. It seems like they like started like testing or like didn't put broken stuff in the second disc.
I found like one time save in dry mode where there's like the game gives you a weird mechanic in the next level that is seemingly only used to kind of get there's like a blue skull all the way on the far side of the screen, and then the only thing that I can really come up with is like, all right, well, you use that power up to get. It's kind of useless, but for this level dry mode, you'll see in a little can kind of that power up, which is really cool.
I mean, I think it saves about a minute and a half or so.
It's like almost a minute, I think.
And by like pressing the Z button, you'll like use that power where it extends his neck. I mean, you'll see it when he gets to
You'll see it when we get there. But
he extends his neck, and then he's able to reach the
kind of weird
cogs without jumping on the head of the bone dragon.
Yeah, also shoutouts to the English version being like 5,000 times. EVO style.
Yeah, you take a lot more damage, or you game over a lot quicker on the English version. That's for sure. The only like downside I would say to the JP version would be the funny bones, and if you don't like understand the phrases, they're
I mean, even then it's really rough because you get like bad RNG too. So there's some pretty horrible button combination.
Yeah, good luck, Colin, with Icy Lake coming up.
If I can play, if I don't die in Shadow Monster, if I can play well, I could probably PB still. Should be really hype.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Disc 2 is honestly, I think, intimidating. It's just still really inconsistent on Disc 1, but it's easy to like grind for Disc 1, but then you get to Disc 2 and you get bad RNG and you feel real sad. Alright, I'm gonna go super focus mode.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, this is Little People Villages. He was talking. So, if you go to the far left of the screen here, there's a power up. You'll also notice if you played the valley, which I mean, he's completely skipped the valley, but towards the end of the valley, there's also another power up. It like lets you stand on like 2 legs and really high. And then there's another power up in Day of the Bats.
The first
like,
thing
nobody ever gets that one because it's completely out of the way.
What the blues is. The first thing you got to realize
with that one,
everybody has.
You don't even need to pick up that power up, and you can still use it in future level. It just allows you to use it in this level if you need to. And the only reason to use it in this level is on the far right. There's a blue skull that you can collect with it. That's really all it does. Here, you just want to not let the spiders take the little people, and if they do, it takes it off of your account, and it loses a good chunk of time. And you want to like kind of aim for the web as opposed to the spider. If he's dropping, if the spider's going up, you can run into the spider and knock it down. But if he hasn't picked up a little person, then he'll take damage instead of hitting the spider. If you just hit the spider. But coming up is Icy Lake.
Oh yeah.
And Lizstar's and Big Bones.
Yep, it just fell right through the sky. Because of course it did.
Play risky, and you want to have it on the far left to kind of get the most movement, like to try to. But at the same time, it's super risky. If just drop one bone and you have to go back a step, you're definitely like losing time on that segment. It's definitely one of the most stressful segments of the run for me. Colin is really good at Icy Lake. That's where he probably saves like 30 seconds on. He just runs through, like barely jumps. The more you jump, like jumping, you only want to do if you have to, in order to not fall there.
Kills all your momentum.
But if you can just run in a straight line and not crack the ice too far to fall in the water, that's ideally what you want to do. And he's definitely really good at this level. I'm watching Liz as well, having some trouble with it. That one's the one that she was having trouble with is my least favorite because you have to get it underneath the like row of bone like skulls there.
That one's really bad, and my least favorite is the final one because it could just go all over the place. Oh, like that, like that.
Oh!
That's okay. It's okay. I'll get there eventually.
So at the very end of Icy Lake here, you see Colin. He's kind of jumping on both of them. And he like there's two spots where you gotta jump on two separate like ice skulls. You can actually just jump on one of them and then run to it really quick. That's what like his initial strat is. But now he's kind of jumping on both of them. And after you jump on one, you can run over to the other one and just kind of stand on it instead of frantically jumping back and forth. He's on Shadow Monster. That's a sketchy level right now.
Yeah.
The one thing that you can do to help is kind of spam the A button to charge your like the blue all the way up to the bones. That way, if you take damage, you actually won't drop your bones at that point. It's kind of a mechanic that's everywhere in this game. Like if you're lost a few letters and you just mash A, you'll hold on to your bones. You won't drop them. Whereas like you'll drop them all over every time you jump and land and all kinds of stuff. That's kind of the sketchy part of this level, and he gets through this. There is a blue skull on like the far left that you can grab for safety. He managed to clutch that one out. He's going into not a whole lot of health. But he's also
Heart attack.
pretty good at this level. I can't give me one. Jeez. Okay, he's just gonna opt to grab the health right away on the left side because he had like hardly any health going into this, and he's. So this is the strat that he was talking about. That he definitely found this. He's messing around, and if you press the Z button, it'll give you this power where you can extend your head like on one, like your bones will go up there, and if you release with any of the buttons that collapse, your head will be right on top of the cog, and you can just jump up one time and activate it. You can keep doing that. Unfortunately, you can't skip any of the cycles where he drops the debris. So, but you can like kind of like QE them all up. So like you can hit the cog as many times, and then just you'll have to wait, but you won't lose any time if you hit that first couple ones and set it up that way. And then another thing you can do is just spam the disassemble button, and that gives you iframes, and you won't take damage from the debris.
My disc is having trouble reading the thing. It's lacking out. Uh-oh.
I might have killed PB like that, unfortunately. But that's...
Uh-oh.
If I get like that probably killed PB, but if I get like really, really, really good, I need like a good funny bones and skeletism, and I can't miss like a single shot in Los Endos because that.
Yeah, it was the last couple ones. That bone was on top of the cog, and you couldn't get the full power.
Yeah, that was at least like a second or something. It's good. We'll see.
Why is it like this? Come on. I was a little worried. I was having trouble getting my Saturn to read 380 orbs earlier, and it's also having trouble reading Mr. Bones right now. I think my Saturn might just be dying.
My Saturn, honestly, I feel like it gets really, really hot, and I've been wondering if I have like a fan issue or I just really need to clean it out because I feel like it's been running much slower than it should as well.
Oh wow, yeah, I just saw that on Liz's. Like that's really choppy.
It's really choppy. I'm going to clean up this disc. Hopefully that'll fix it.
No.
Yeah, it could possibly be a laser related issue. I'm not sure what's going on.
That's what I was thinking too, is like, I was reading that, because it's like, the lasers, like, do go bad after a while, but they're like, I don't know, it seems like they're kind of hard to replace too. I was trying to look into that. So I wish there is no currently known speed tech for this level, unfortunately. If somebody figures something out, though, please let me know.
Well, if anybody's interested in working with a buggy game, this is a very buggy game. If you're a glitch hunter or somebody who likes to find glitches, this game has got, like...
Honestly, like, routing this game out and stuff was a lot of fun. And I just love this game in general. It's hard, like, even just doing runs, it's hard to like, really be upset or anything. How silly it is.
But, yeah, we haven't really found anything significant on disc 2. This auto-scroller and the underwater auto-scroller are, like, 3.5 to 4 minutes apiece. And that would definitely save a bunch of time if you could find something, but we've tried a bunch of stuff and haven't come up with anything.
There is some, a weird, like... There's, like, a skull in this level. I think it's on the end of this part, actually, that I've noticed is, like, really far, way out of reach. You can, like, kind of see it. Oh, maybe it's the one before that. But on one of the panes, there's, like, you can see, like, there's, like, a skull, like, in the distance that you can't, like, reach. I've noticed that a few levels have stuff like that. Or there's one other level, I can't think of which one it is. I think it's one in a level in disc 2 or disc 1, and it's just like there's a blue skull, but you just for some reason can't get to it. I don't even know why they put it in there, but really.
So now he's at the skeleton generator, and this level can go really quick, or you can get knocked around.
Yeah, my PB did not have the best skeletism generator.
I get that blue stuff.
There we go. See, yeah, you don't need the blue skull. You only have to get a certain amount of
Blue crystals.
Alright, now I'm gonna go super try-hard focus mode again.
Yeah, so he's at Funny Bones, and this is just like, you either get good RNG or you just don't. Mostly I don't get good RNG. It's like, so you can have 3 to 5. I think there's a couple of 2 patterns, but I haven't seen that happen too much, because I know on the English there supposedly is a couple of ones where you only have to do 2 phrases, but if you get a bunch of 5 phrase jokes, you lose a bunch of time that's really out of your control, and it's also really hard to find out which ones, like which order to use them, because you have 6 face buttons and they could be any of those 6, and you'll kind of push around and like one of them won't work and that one's not part of it, but you'll have like up to 5 other buttons on out of the 6 that'll be part of the phrase, and you have to do them in order. And not only that, but you have to like wait for him to say the whole phrase in a couple of situations, and there's some really long ones that just aren't helpful. If you're playing on the English version, you'll understand the jokes. But here it's kind of not speaking Japanese. I have no idea. it's kind of really close to his PB. His PB is 36:19. He can definitely beat it with this run. I think this is a potential 30, like high 35 low 30s. That's gonna be like a very, very high 30. Is like just barely a 35. And I haven't seen any issues on Liz's end as far as choppiness. So.
The cleaning seemed to have helped, which is good. I'm always just constantly terrified that my Saturn is going to die, especially right in the middle of a marathon. It happened on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I remember that happening in another run that you did, and it's like,
yeah, it was my Mr. Notes run at GDQ, and my Saturn just would not turn on.
Oh, it wasn't. Is that the same? It was at the disc swap, wasn't it? It was like trying to.
Yeah, exactly. The same Saturn.
Oh, I just barely choked the 35.
Yeah, I saw you shot right back at it. It's still a PB. But...
Still a PB, but man, oh.
That was a really good run. The dry mode and the Los Angeles.
That's alright. I'm still happy with it.
Oh yeah, GG.
I really, really was hoping I was gonna get that 35. So I looked over after Funny Bones. I was like, oh man!
You were on pace. I'm like, hopefully gets the and then I saw like,
yeah, that ends. It ruined me. Whew. Oh man, my heart is thumping, dude. Whew. Oh, that was great.
The best. This is a really good demonstration of like all the new tech that was found this week, all on this run, and it's really cool that you got to show that off. Had a
yeah,
really clean run. Like,
Crack was like, "Yo, you better get that WR, baby," and I was like, "I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard to beat my run, man." Here we go. Oh yeah, I almost got the 35 too. Yeah, I love this game though. Honestly, like, just like it. This run could have been horrible, and I still would have just had a blast playing. I'm just glad.
I think you might have to hit back on your timer because it's using like one timer.
Oh,
this is.
Yeah, my timer got messed up.
But yeah, congratulations on the 36 of 30. Just barely missed 35. But...
Alright. Oh, stretching.
That was my turn. I mean, my second disc is going pretty well. So honestly, everything has gone relatively well for me except for all of the hardware. And the RNG soft lock in the very first level.
That was rough because...
Oh man, you got the soft lock.
She got the soft lock on the first one.
That's so brutal. Like, I was really scared that was gonna happen. Just dude, that really stinks. There's nothing you can do about it too, which is the worst part.
Yeah.
It's just completely random.
Alright. One more auto scroller, and then just a few more things. I love the lore in this level. This level is actually really nice. I like this level a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those, like, it'll always be like a perfect spot for donation, like readings.
Chill time. And I always love stained glass aesthetic, so I'm always into this one. This game does make me feel very happy. I do love it. I'm not really sure why I submitted it to this marathon. Honestly, Colin should have run this alone. But I did.
And it's cool. I mean, we're showing like how far this game has come within like a month or two. It's just crazy.
Honestly, the fact that there's like multiple people interested in running this game is what hypes me up. Like, I love that there's a community for this game, because this game is like super obscure, and this game is honestly great, and I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, Liz will come back and learn all the new tech.
I'll try.
At some point.
I'll get to it eventually. There's so many things.
It's kind of like one of those things where, alright, I did my GDP run now, so I'm gonna do other stuff.
That was my reaction, and now you all are like dragging me back in violently. Like, no!
Gotta give the fans what they want. You gotta give them Mr. Bones content.
Oh my god, people really want Mr. Bones. The Mr. Bones run was so popular, and I have no idea why.
This game is awesome!
Okay, yeah, you're right. I do know why. Because the game's really great.
Yeah, if you die at the end of the Hall of Pain, that is... I've had it happen a couple times.
It's really easy, I find, on the USA version. Like, the American version is way harder for Hall of Pain. You actually have to, like, pay attention. For the Japanese version, it's just super chill. It's a chill time of being slammed through window panes, but you have to really pay attention for the... which I originally ran this on, and before I learned better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes a little over a letter, like, every time you hit the window, and there's, like, it depends a bit. Like, I was just, like, surprised how much damage that actually takes. I'm like, oh, I'll survive this. And game over.
Alright, last window pane. Good stuff.
Yeah, if people are liking Mr. Bones' run, definitely follow Colin Boltz at TikTok.tv. He's gonna try to get another minute off at the time. Also follow Lizstar and myself, Will Green Mixtape. We run. Hopefully we get some more runners. Grow the community. There's also another one, I think his name is something Power. He ran the game a long time ago as well.
Yeah, I don't unfortunately have like any like super detailed resources or anything, but if anybody is like interested or whatever, they just feel free to message me and I can like show you some stuff or whatever, explain something if you need.
Yeah, either DM him. I know he has plans to make a tutorial at some point. And if he doesn't, I'd try to help with that.
Yeah, I'm still like kind of hopefully in the I'm hoping that there might be more stuff to find, because I've found a lot of glitchy properties, but nothing really in stone. But yeah, I'm gonna let Liz focus on this part because it's sketchy. So let's hope for some good RNG.
Hey. 隣の囲いができたんだってね。ねえ、知ってる？隣の空き地に囲いができたんだってね。
Yeah, this marathon is being pretty hyped, and there's a lot of really good runs in this marathon, so definitely keep watching that. So far, I think Neo Bomberman was one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
That run was pretty solid.
布団が吹っ飛んだ。布団が、わあびっくりした。布団、わあびっくりした。吹っ飛んだ。わあびっくりした。布団が吹っ飛んだ。もっと日陰、その辺の焼肉屋での会話。焼肉屋での会話。焦げてる焼肉屋での会話。もっと日陰、焼肉屋での会話。その辺のお肉、焼肉屋での会話。その辺のお肉、もっと日陰、焼肉屋での会話。その辺のお肉、焼肉屋での会話。その辺のお肉、焦げてるよ。
Oh, come on, I finished the joke!
焼肉屋での会話。その辺のお肉、焦げてるよ。
Yeah, it's the worst. Sometimes you get these really, really long jokes, and it will take too long for the joke to even tell out, and then you get hit and you have to tell it all over again.
Yeah.
So this part can be really, really, really difficult. Because you can get anywhere from like a 2-button combination to like a 6-button combination. It's like,
that was actually really good, except for that one like 6-button one that was.
Yeah. Oh, this has been pretty decent, actually. This is a pretty good Funny Bones.
If this were the English version, it would just be like terrible puns, like I don't know what's one of the puns?
Like
why did the chicken cross the road or something? Yeah.
Yeah, like those kinds of jokes. I have no idea what it is in Japanese because I haven't been able to find a translation. I have looked, but no clue.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find anything either myself.
No, my cousin learned Japanese and he can't speak Japanese, so they actually show him things. Like, what is Oh, yeah. This is kind of sketchy, low health, Los Angeles.
Oh gosh! No! Blackjack! Well, I think that was the only death I had.
Oh no! Oh, you were right at the end too.
Right at the end too. It's okay.
That's rough.
Yeah, dying in disc 2 is pretty rough because unlike disc 1, so like you get like an extra like loading screen to continue through, and it's kind of whack, but
I think the only level that doesn't do that is Beneath the Ice. I think it gives you like 3 tries or something like that. I guess they just knew that level was going to cringe, like people that play this game the first time. Like, gives you like seconds to react.
And time.
nice. GG.
GG.
Gee. Goodness. Alright.
That was really good Los Endos too.
That's what Colin wishes he had.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, Mr. Bones.
That was great.
Thank you, RGL, for having me. Thank you, commentators. Thank you, Colin, for, I'll say, playing alongside me and showing off some of the new strats.
Yeah, thank you, Liz, for the race, and everybody for having me, and everybody for watching. You know, it's been great. I just love playing this game, so to have anybody showcase it is like awesome. Definitely very underrated. You know, Sega Saturn doesn't get enough love as it is. This game, so.
Y'all should definitely check it out, by the way. Highly recommend it. It can be, some people might argue it's not a very good game, but it was a very fun game to play.
Yeah, it's very unique, to say the least.
Yes.
Over, man.
Anything else?
Night has just